Yes, we are yet to really come to another edition of Chelsea versus Arsenal. Player ratings coming in through here onto the Rokani Media Football. Hope you guys are really having fun and you really slept and you woke up on the right side of the bed. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. The game ended 2-2 and I did the match reaction, and here I come to getting what we call the player ratings. 2-2 was the score. That is it. And let's obviously get on to where we deserve to be. Now, good morning. And we thank God for the gift of life, the Christians, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. It's a Sunday. Christians are flocking their different churches to obviously go ahead and obviously exalt the mighty living God. So we really like that. And those praying from home, it's no crime. God is everywhere. Right? So let's go on. Let's start off with the player ratings. David Raya. There are certain people I really want to see, because I've seen some Arsenal fans blasting Andre Onana, right? But the reason as to why David Raya has been walking away with it in some of the games of Arsenal, has gonna hate to do what we call huge howlers, is because Arsenal have gonna hate to obviously win. But this time round, everyone is going to be really looking at him. The spotlight is on him, and I'm waiting to see how that goes, because it's really disheartening to see to it that Arsenal failed to win the game yesterday because of David Raya. That single mistake he makes puts Arsenal into the frame to draw the game. Let no one lie to you, because if that game was 1-0 and Arsenal was behind by 1-0, they would have gone ahead to equalize and then do the needful and get the winning goal. That's why my prediction was 2-1, and David Raya is the reason as to why I never got my prediction right. And when a team is 1-0 at home, the pressure is really high. And trust me, if you saw to it that the goalkeeper of Chelsea made a mistake that resulted into the goal of Declan Rice when the game was 2-0, that means the pressure was too much. Yet Chelsea was leading by 2-0. Now, how would it have been in the second half when Arsenal obviously increased the intensity and really added in another gear as far as the pressure was concerned? If at all the game was 1-0, it would have been something different. So I'm giving David Raya a 4 out of 10, because he had obviously gone ahead to gift away the game to Palmer, and Palmer really found himself not hitting the target. So I'm giving him a 4 out of 10. That is it coming in for me, and that's the rating I'm giving David Raya. Then we go to the other guy known as Benjamin White. I think he had quite a good game for me, and all in all, my problem has always been his delivery in the final third, and this is what some people really miss out. If you're a team like Arsenal, you need the right back that can obviously do both things, defend and obviously surge, So Ben White, good possession, he defends very well, but I think there is something lacking in his game when he's going forward. When you look at how Zinchenko plays when he's going forward, you obviously believe that Ben White needs to be doing that better. So I'm giving Ben White a 6 out of 10 for me. We go to Zinchenko. Guys, I've never seen Zinchenko have an ugly game like the one he had when Arsenal was taking on Chelsea. He really looked ugly. Someone correct me if at all I'm wrong. Did he even put up together a couple of 20 passes in that game? He was yellow carded. Things couldn't go his way. He got a yellow card and things are not going on his way. That's why he was taken off, and Tomiyasu was obviously brought on the period of play. So I'm giving him a 5.5 out of 10. I've never given Tomiyasu a score as low as that. And when we say Rokani, you've gone ahead to go below the belt. But trust me, this might leave a sour taste in your mouth. But have nothing to do, because that's what I saw. I don't know what you guys saw. You'll go in the comment section and tell me what you think about it. But all what I saw was simple. I saw him really struggling on the field of play. So I'm giving him a 5.5 out of 10. Gabriel Magalhaes, solid, and he obviously put his body on the line. When you look at all those goals that we went in through, that Arsenal conceded, I don't think that you blame any defender of Arsenal. You don't. So Gabriel Magalhaes is getting my 6.5 out of 10 for the performances put up at the Stamford Bridge. And one thing you didn't know about the derbies are like that. Derbies are like that, you know. For Chelsea fans, they thought the game was done, you know. But the way the Arsenal fans were roaring to even outcompete the fans of Chelsea at home was really very, 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 very amazing. And it kept the players going, and they managed to obviously get that 1 point away from Chelsea. So I'm giving Gabriel Magalhaes a 6.5 out of 10. We go to William Saliba. Amidst him conceding a penalty because of that handball, I think he was really good. He was at his best. He composed himself very well and really defended very well. And that is not something that he intended, because there is no way you can go into that ball and your hands are still in a normal position. You get? So it's really one of those actions that you felt were harsh, as I told you in the match reaction. I really find it harsh on how this boy was really treated on the night. So I believe it was something that was uncalled for. It was a penalty that's going to cause a huge debate, you know, on several platforms, because I never saw it as a penalty for me. It was really cheap to be given out like that, and it doesn't really resonate with what VAR has always been really making. Do you know how many penalties have been denied teams when it came to such scenarios? But yesterday, we saw, I think, for me, I saw 3 penalties being given to teams because of the opponent's handballs. Against Liverpool, that penalty had not been given for very many times. Then Man United, Scott McTominay. I think for Scott McTominay it was a penalty. But for William Saliba, I really doubt it was. I really doubt it was, because he was really, 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 really doing the best, and obviously taking on. He was really trying to fly in the sky and obviously resist Mykhailo Mudryk from obviously hitting that ball into the back of the net. That is it. So for me, Saliba was a 7 for me on the day. He was a 7. He played very well. He played with intent, and he had the wall on him. 7 out of 10, William Saliba. We go to Jorginho. I think also struggled a little bit in that game. He struggled a little bit, but not like Zinchenko, you know. He struggled a little bit in that game, but all he did was he obviously got his passes right, and there was no run that I saw when the midfield of Arsenal was really porous. I saw him switch play in the first half very well, and there is a pass he really did to Bukayo Saka in the second half that released Bukayo Saka into the 6 years box area, and I think Bukayo Saka tried to put up a cross and it was blocked very well. So I think Jorginho, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 on the day, because he's really doing the needful to obviously take the team of Arsenal to where they deserve to be. 6 out of 10 for Jorginho. We go to Martin Odegaard. Worst game ever this season for him. I've seen his levels being down when Arsenal is playing Man City, right? But this time round, Odegaard really looked bad. The captain of Arsenal really looked bad on the night, and a 5.5 out of 10 goes to him. I didn't see anything positive apart from running that Odegaard did. The second goal that Arsenal concedes is because of Martin Odegaard, and Odegaard down tools. He never really tracked back, you get? Though it was all because of David Raya, but I think Odegaard is really dropping off, and there is a huge drop in him. So I think he should work on that. I'm giving him a 5.5 out of 10. That's my player rating I'm going to hate to give Martin Odegaard. For Declan Rice, guys, he's the real deal. That is it. For that goal that he scores, the interceptions he made even in the first half, how he obviously went ahead, obviously tried to drive this team forward and fight for the ball every time. It was really important. And you just need to go ahead and rewatch this game. You know, sometimes it's always better to do the player ratings when you've gone ahead to rewatch the game. But I've gone ahead to rewatch the game, and trust me, it's obviously Declan Rice all over the pitch. That is it. So he played very well and gave Arsenal what they wanted. He scored the goal that saw Arsenal get back in the game. Very important goal that he capitalized onto the mistake the goalkeeper did. An instant hit, you know, into the back of the net. And it was 2-1, you know. So Declan Rice was really pivotal in that game. And I'm giving him an 8 out of 10 for me. He deserves an 8 out of 10. See to it that he thrives in what he does. He really looked good. He really looked good. That is Declan Rice for you. Then we go to Martinelli. Very busy. He was a busybody onto this team, and he obviously showed us, especially what he's made of and what he brings to the team of Arsenal in the second half. In the first half, almost every Arsenal player was off. Every Arsenal player was off. They never represented on the night, you know. But in the second half, every player of Arsenal came to the party. It's like after the first half, when they went ahead and dressed up for the party and really returned to do the needful for the party. That is it. So, Martinelli, 6.5 out of 10 for me. That is what I'm getting him. Second half, he surged in that final third and he really looked good, you know. Then we go to Bukayo Saka, an assist on him, and for a player who has not been playing for the previous days and he missed out on the game of Man City, resting, come up with an assist for Leandro Trossard on the back post. He deserves a 7.5 out of 10 for me. You know, you just have to pull out that moment of brilliancy, and Bukayo Saka went ahead and obviously pulled it out, and it really helped Arsenal level the game. And this is what I tell you, that you need to be creating for your number 9s and those players that make good runs. That's what makes Trossard a standout player, and I'm going to talk a lot about him when obviously I do the needful when I reach him. So for Bukayo Saka, it's a 7.5 out of 10. He really had a quiet game in the first half, as I told you, that everyone was really not doing okay. Even in the second half, he never obviously did okay, but that assist that he puts in through to help Arsenal really get an equalizer was exquisite. It was top notch, and that's why I obviously go ahead to give him 7.5 out of 10 because of his execution with precision, and Leandro Trossard did justice to all that effort by Saka. Then let's go to Gabriel Jesus. It's what the people around you do that makes you look better as a center forward. For example, yesterday, I had always been calling for players of Man United obviously create chances for Rasmus Højlund, and it happened yesterday that they gave him 3 chances and didn't score, and I went ahead to blame Rasmus Højlund. But for Gabriel Jesus, I think the people around him need to be doing more. With Odegaard off in this first half, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka off in the first half, he couldn't really have a better game, and that hit he gets from the goalkeeper couldn't keep him for a little bit more longer on the field of play. So all I want to let you know is simple. This is exactly what happens when you are having a player that doesn't get service, and it's a huge game, London Derby. Jesus never looked fine, and I'm giving him a 6 out of 10 for me. Then we go to the substitutes. Tomiyasu, 7 out of 10 for me. He closed down that area And you saw to it that they couldn't operate well when they brought him on. And that's why Raheem Sterling was even taken off, because when Tomiyasu came on through, his operations onto the right attacking side of the midfield were off. In the right inside tunnels were really off. Edin Ketia, 6.5 out of 10. It's the what I'm giving. It's the rating I'm giving him. Then Emily Smith-Rowe. You know, I don't support Arsenal, but I love, one of the players I really love to see to it that he gets back to where he deserves to be is Emily Smith-Rowe. He's a big game killer. He scores goals, and he's a very good player. That's why I told you in my match preview, in my match reaction, that Arteta did a problem with the substitutions. You know, take off Odegaard, you know, take off Odegaard and Jorginho, get in Emily Smith-Rowe and Kai Havertz in the midfield. Then Arsenal would have gone ahead to win that game earlier than expected. I think that's what he really did. But Emily Smith-Rowe came on and gave us a show. Kai Havertz, he gave Arsenal the comfort on the ball, you know, and the comfortability really came back as they obviously did the needful. So that is none other than Kai Havertz. I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. We go to Leandro Trossard, scoring the equalizer, and it shows you what he brings on the field of play. The composure, the way he obviously settles down the game and really tells them, this is our game and we're supposed to obviously take it to where we deserve to be. That is what this man brings on the field of play. And the way he executes that effort, that back post effort from Bukayo Saka, that run, you know, it was like he was hiding himself, and he swiftly burst into space towards the back post, and Bukayo Saka read him like a book, and he really put it back of the net. That is really something great. So Leandro Trossard, I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. Then we go to the manager Mikel Arteta, 6.5 out of 10. That is it, because he delayed to obviously make those substitutions that could obviously release the game, to let the game flow and take it to Chelsea wholesomely. So who is my man of the match? Obviously Declan Rice takes it, and David Raya was the worst performer on the field. May the living to God bless you. Abundant your player ratings are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I'm out. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum. I'm out.